feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act, well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. And thanks for hopping over into this studio so we can spend some time with Sunbird Spark. All right, I'm going to bring to the stage Sharon, who is the owner of Sunbird Spark. Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Hi, Brandy. How are you? Thank you for having us.
Oh, well, thank you for coming and showing us all the cool stuff you got going on.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
before we get started, though, I do want to remind everybody that Sharon is offering a promo, which is a 15% off your purchase. So you'll need to go to cardmakersuccesssummit.com/sunbirdspark and then enter the promo code once you add all of your goodies to your cart. And the promo code is, I'm just sort of waiting for it to scroll by. Use promo code LiveTake15. Now remember, this promo code is only good for 48 hours, so be sure to get your other window open so you can do your shopping while we're watching the live stream. We often sell out when we do these live streams. All right, Sharon, I'm going to let you have the stage.
Thank you. So, welcome to the Cardmaker Success Summit. I'm Sharon. I'm the owner of Sunbird Spark, and we're formerly known as Penguin Palace. And yes, we have recently rebranded, and we couldn't be more excited. We felt it was the perfect time for a fresh look that further reflects our mission to ignite creativity through innovation. So, Sunbird symbolizes vibrancy, joy, and new beginnings, while Spark, it represents sparks of new ideas, the passion behind our creativity, and together Sunbird Spark will reflect the bright future that we're building alongside the crafting community. So this is my first appearance on the summit, and today is going to be a little bit different. So rather we just focusing on the tools and techniques, we're going to chat about something that plays a huge role in what we create, and that is color, and more specifically, color psychology. The idea is that the more you understand color, the more in touch you'll be with your inner self, and that's where the real magic happens. So today, let's chat about how colors affect us and how they can make your crafting experience not just creative, but also therapeutic and relaxing. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce Charlotte Proper. She is a British color specialist based in Milan, Italy. Charlotte's expertise lies in helping designers and brands navigate the daunting world of color selection. And I'm thrilled to have her and have the opportunity to work with Charlotte to curate our color palettes that goes so much deeper than just color theory. So while I do a quick demo playing with the ink pads, so I will be using, let me just show you this new stencil set that we have, Wise Mind. And Charlotte will take us into the world of color psychology.
Amazing. Thanks, Sharon. Hi, everyone. It's so lovely to meet you all. So basically, with this ink pad range that I've been working with Sharon over the last few months, our main aims were we wanted to offer a really easy to use color collection with the ink pads, but also offer a huge variety. So there's really something for everyone. We also wanted to take the stress out of decision making. So I'm sure card making and crafting is very much a therapeutic activity, but the vast amount of colours can get very overwhelming and quite stressful. So we really wanted to take the stress out of finding the colours that work together. And we also wanted to inspire crafters and card makers to create not just their own colour combinations, but find a colour palette that really resonates with them and identifies with them. So to achieve this, we've, like Sharon just said, we really wanted to explore the ideas of colour psychology, but also tonal colour harmony. So I'm going to give a little bit of an explanation into what these concepts mean, how we applied them to the ink pad and the colour range, and then we can go into the ink pad collections themselves, that's the fun bit. So with colour psychology, this is the study of how colour can influence our mood and our behaviour. So how we're responding to colour on an emotional level, but often unconsciously, we're not even aware of what we're doing. And you'll probably all notice that you all gravitate to certain colours more than others. And you might even, there'll be colours that you really dislike more than others. And this is due to our experience of colour, our personal preference of colour. This is positive and negative. It could be to do with colour in our culture and the culture that we're exposed to. The psychology of colour suggests as well that these colours that we are very much gravitate to and that we love align with our personalities and the characteristics and traits of our personalities. And that's something that we're going to look at a little bit later with the ink pads. Colour harmony instead, which is kind of the other concept that inspired the colours that we created. This is essentially a concept within colour psychology. All colours that we use all come from nature except pure brilliant white. And essentially, colour psychology and the scientists that have developed the research, they say that we can fit all colours into 4 tonal groups. And these groups are called spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And we use these names because they're relatable and we can all understand what they mean. So colour psychology essentially says that all the colours within spring, all the colours within autumn, these are our warm-based colours, they all work and are harmonious within each other. So we wanted to use this to come up with an amazing collection for Sharon, but we wanted to take this a step further. So we've made 4 collections of ink pads. We've got our spring, we've got our summer, our autumn, and our winter. And not only do these colours work within their groups, but you can interchange them and mix and match. So if you buy 2 from summer, 2 from spring, buy some warm-based and some cool-based colours, they're all going to work together and they are all harmonious. So now I'd love to talk about the colour groups themselves, and I'm sure you'll see Sharon demoing these as we work through them. And this is the fun bit where we get to see the colours. So our first group is called Spring Essence. So Spring Essence they are our warm-based colours, so they'll be yellow-based with a touch of white. And this makes them feel very light and very playful, which is very similar to the spring personality. So think of spring as we know it, it's the season of new beginnings, it's the season of new life and growth. There's a real lively energy to that, and that's reflected in the colours that we have. So we've got, for example, some really lovely lime greens, we've got a sky blue, we've got a coral, we've got a pastel lilac, a lovely cosmos orange. I think Sharon's actually using these at the moment, which is amazing. So these are like your pastel colours, so very light and very lively. Really beautiful colour palette. Our next colour palette is our summer. So this is our summer Oasis colour palette, and these are now cooler colours, so our blue-based colours, but they've got a little bit of grey in them, which gives them that kind of dusty, romantic feel. So in colour psychology, summer personalities are considered as cool, they're calm and collected. There's an element of sophistication and elegance about them, and that's again very much reflected in this palette. So we've got like a lovely dusty blue, we've got a sage green, we've got like a silvery duckwood colour, we've got a rose pink, a silvery lilac, and a lovely like an evening haze yellow. I think these are really, really nice for like the calming designs. There we go, amazing demonstration. The calming designs, very romantic designs as well. I think this is a really lovely palette. Our next collection that we've got is the Autumn Harvest. This is probably personally my favourite collection of colours within the group. Autumn, obviously, these are our warm-based colours. So these are our yellow-based, and they've got a bit of black in them, and that gives them that kind of grounding, restorative feel to the colour. So in colour psychology, autumn personalities are considered very deep and authentic, very generous, very down to earth, just like all the colours that you imagine seeing when it's autumn. And these colours include, we've got this lovely kind of canyon terracotta, which you can see on the card that Sharon's made. We've got a really beautiful warm pink and ochre yellow and olive green. We've got a lovely teal and a really, really nice mulberry kind of aubergine colour as well. And I think they all look really beautiful together. Our final collection is our winter glow colours. So these are, again, slightly cooler. So imagine winter is obviously our season of extreme. We have extreme temperatures with extreme landscapes. So again, our colours are reflecting this. They're blue-based, they're more primary, purer hues. Winter personalities within colour psychology are much cooler, they're bolder personalities, they're much edgier, and you can definitely see this, I think, reflected in the colours themselves. They're much sharper, slightly icier. There's a lot more contrast. So as we mentioned before, the winter, amazing. Yes. I love it. I love how different they will look. So good. They look wicked. But as we mentioned before, the beauty of these is that you can use them individually as groups. So your spring, your summer, your autumn, or your winter. But as Sharon will show you now, you can interchange them, you can mix and match, and they're still going to look amazing.
So yes, as I have just showed, so that is, I've just demoed with the spring palette, and this is the one that I just did, and this is the summer palette, and autumn and winter. So now I'm gonna do a quick rainbow hue background for you. I already started with passion flower from the winter palette, and this is the plaid floral fun stencil, and I'm rotating it at 45 degrees, and I started with passion flower, and then I'm going at 45 degrees, and the second color is Cosmos, and I just did some in advance so that I hope I can finish it in time. So now I am using the yellow from spring, honeysuckle. So our ink pads are of felt pads. These inks are high viscosity, and they dry a little slower so that you can blend really well with them. And next is lime frost. So as some of you may know, one of my favorite things to do is making mandalas or circular designs with my Stencil 360. Mandala is actually, the word is actually came from India. It's a Sanskrit language, but found in many cultures around the world. Mandala actually means circle, or it symbolizes the universe. So next is Olive Grove, and this one is from the Autumn palette. So making mandalas is not just an artistic hobby, because it can also be a therapeutic tool. When designing a mandala, you can actually immerse yourself in a state of concentration, releasing accumulated tensions and worries. And not many people know that the repetition of patterns and the choice of colors can actually provide like a pathway to process emotions, and just help you relax. I actually learned that through my therapeutic art coach certification. and it's a great way to reduce stress. So next is Puya. I love this color. It's really unique. I just love this. And I'm going to use the Blue Bonnet from the Summer palette. And then there's just going to be one more turn. And I'm going to finish off with Wild Indigo from the Winter palette. I should clean this first. So as you can see, I've worked basically with all the colors from all of the palettes, and they just work together so nicely. And here's a card that I have made earlier. Just this dotted stamps. It's from also a recent release. It's called the Dots in Harmony Sentiments. Oh, there you go. And yeah, so Charlotte, you wanted to talk about the quiz?
Yes. So when it comes to color psychology, I'm sure lots of you know already about this, but there's this idea that we all have like this primary and secondary color palette, which is related to our primary and secondary personalities. So we all have a primary palette, which are like the main colors that we are instantly drawn to. So a bit like I said earlier, my favorite one is autumn. So I might consider that my primary personality would be autumn. And then we all have this secondary personality or secondary, color palette, which is the colors that perhaps that we love, but they're not the ones that we necessarily gravitate to instinctively. So these could be colors that are trending or colors that we've seen out and about. And when that comes into our personalities, that could be we're influenced by the people around us. So not necessarily our authentic selves. Our primary palette is our authentic, true colors that we super resonate with. And our secondary is, like I said, influences or trending. So what we wanted to do to kind of really hone in on this idea and inspire you to choose the right colors for you, or if you're unsure what colors to choose, we've created this color quiz on the Sunbird Spark website. And it's a quiz with questions that come from the research within color psychology. And it's a really fun quiz about not just color, not just design, not just crafting, but all different kind of areas of life and lifestyle. And you can go onto the website, do the quiz, fill it in, and then it will give you your kind of primary color palette. And then that might just be the color palette that you start with, and then you can experiment with all of our other colors as well.
Yeah, and just mention, I didn't demo with this, but this is an awesome color, mulberry. I love this. And these two go so well together.
Yeah.
And actually, after curating like with Charlotte all these things, I learned a lot about some fun facts. In fact, let me just tell you a fun fact about pink. So pink is always seen as warm. It's actually pink represents embracing or nurturing. But many years, like women had quite an uneasy relationship with pink because we have felt all the adverse sides of pink, like emotional fragility, weaknesses. Some may say it's too girly, me included. I used to think pink is too girly because we were too into the negative side of pink. But according to experts, last couple of years, there's been a wonderful shift and we are starting to feel the compassion, the self-care, and the positive side about pink, which we really need in the chaotic world right now. And so actually a number of sports teams actually use pink in, they used to do that, they use pink in the opposition locker room to make them feel physically weak and gives themselves like a competitive advantage. And I'm glad I sort of have this shift as well. So I no longer look at pink as like weak, but rather focus on its positive side of pink. So I hope you know what I mean. So actually with our 360 tool, you can make mandala designs and benefits from its calming effects. And our goal is to elevate the experience by curating ink pads that allow you to select colors that not only look beautiful, but also enhance emotional well-being. And like combining these two powerful elements, you can build mandalas that reflect your inner state, promote relaxation, mindfulness, and self-expression. So I hope you guys enjoy today's little demo.
Hey, all right. That was amazing. I love the discussion about the color theory and how, you know, different types of colors resonate more with others. That's an amazing topic that I don't think we've ever explored here on CMSS. So thank you
No,
so much for bringing that.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Right. I am going to, let's see here, get us back. There we go. All right, so we do have a giveaway from Sunbird Spark, and I actually put in the wrong link for that quiz. So if you go to cardmakersuccesssummit.com/Sunbird Spark, and you just scroll down, you'll find the link to that quiz that Charlotte was talking about. All right, so we've got a quiz. We've got a quiz. Yeah, we got a quiz here. We have a gift card from Sunbird Spark, and it is a $30 gift card, and we are going to draw for winners right now. So give me 1 second. Let me find my little screen. All right. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm assuming that they can use this $30 gift card to apply towards their Stencil 360. Is that correct? Oh, I'm sorry. I took your mic off the screen.
Correct.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Who wants that? That tool is really awesome. And I saw Ardith online chatting. She's got a fabulous video playlist on how to use the Stencil 360. So go to Ardith's YouTube channel and find that link. And if she's still here, she might post a direct link to it. All right, so the winner of that gift card is going to, I know I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm going to spell it. Milagros. Does anybody know how to say that? Milagros, I believe. And last name starts with an R and ends with a Z. Congratulations. We'll be emailing you on Monday to get your contact information. Make sure to add our email, support@saintmesomelove.com, to your contact list because you only have 72 hours to claim your prize. All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys stick around, but I'm going to say goodbye to Sunbird Spark, and then we've got some other giveaways to give up just coming up. Thank you so much. Take care. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Okay. All right. So we ran out of time during our midday updates and giveaways. So I've got some other giveaways that we're going to do for that. And okay, so we've got one physical product, which I'll show with you guys right here. We've got the KB Riley. I can't talk today. This bundle here. So we've got the Happy St. Patrick Day die. We've got some rainbow and shamrocks and gold pot, like lucky charms for St. Patty's Day. And then we've got the fancy fold accordion pop-up fancy whatever. Golly, I can't talk. Anyway, we've got this entire bundle as a giveaway, and I'm about to choose a name. Whew, it's been a long week. All right, so the winner of that is going to Starla, and Starla's last name starts with a C and ends with an S. All right, the last thing we're going to give away before we hang up for today is a VIP All Access Pass. And Harriet's going to email you right after this live just to give you an opportunity to claim your prize so that you can join us for the VIP crop this evening. All right, so the winner of that VIP All Access Pass goes to Crystal. And Crystal's last name starts with a T and ends with an R. Awesome. All right, you guys, like I said, we're not going to have any updates or giveaways this evening. We'll see you at the crop if you are a VIP pass holder. And be sure to go in and do your testing as far as getting into the VIP portal and registering for that Zoom link before 5:30. Because after that, we are not going to be answering our support calls until after the crop. All right, here we go. We've got the link to get your VIP All Access Pass if you haven't already, and then head over to the schedule page or the where do I find that page to find where the next live stream is happening. All right, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.